welcome back. I hope you're having a beautiful day, night, morning, middle of the night so far. I really appreciate you joining me. We're gonna dive on in, get you a little clarity, see what's going on with the energies, what messages would be helpful for you. This reading is timeless. Whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates, use your discernment. Sometimes things make sense later, and always trust and follow that divine inner guidance. It's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start the reading a little bit different. This is kind of a big, powerful deck of cards. It's the archetype. So I'm going to pull one card in the beginning. Look at it intuitively. See how it works throughout the reading, and then at the end of the reading, we'll go to the book and see how it all fits together. So let's begin. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening foundational archetype that would be helpful and connecting to the collective watching this reading, please and thank you? What is the most powerful message on current situations, whenever it is that this finds you? Woo! I can't make it up, guys. I even went like as big and broad as I could. And you got the lover. There's love in the air. There's a situation going on, or this is preparation for you. If you're like, where is it? What's going on with them? Maybe it's not the them. Maybe this is your time to prepare and put that beautiful, loving energy into you. So you are enjoying your company. You have this amazing thing that you're into right now, or so much going on that you're not even thinking about love. And that's probably when it comes in, when you have that self-awareness to change your own vibration. I mean, every day, what is one thing you can do to fill up your own cup, to show yourself self-love? And I mean, for some of you, you're definitely connecting to somebody either right now, very special that you're thinking about, or you are preparing for something. Spirit's getting you ready. You have the lover. And I'm connecting to you because it is about your heart. Your heart is genuine. Your heart is kind. Your heart is true. Your energy is authentic. And your reasons, if you are here for a love reading, which we did not start off on, but seems to keep going in that direction, then it's because there is someone that you are meant to connect with. Whether that's for the rest of your life or just a really special, beautiful connection, that it's something meaningful. It's something that you are going to get to do together because of how your energies entwine. And you have to have that faith that even if you have this unconditional love for a certain person that you might be thinking about, this is something coming in where you have to trust, whether it's somebody you really desire or somebody you've never even met before, or somebody you've met but you never thought you'd fall in love with, that this is absolutely where God, the universe, your higher self, this person's higher self, knows what is best for you in I just heard this pinnacle point of the journey that you are on. Because I do feel like this connection coming in, or you're thinking about, will change a lot. It's going to change a lot in your life. You have the swan. So maybe this is even you connecting to somebody who's also learned to love themselves. Because I'm getting that ugly duckling kind of energy. Somebody who maybe you fall in love with and they're like, how is this amazing person love me? I kind of get that, but that might be how you feel. It might be reciprocal. Like, it's just so beautiful and genuine. You're like, is this real life? That's kind of what I get. What is that? That weird video that was out like years ago, and the kid that got the Novocaine or got his teeth done, and he's like, "Is this real life?" I forgot about that. That used to make me like belly laugh, hurt laugh. Maybe I can find that. I don't even know. Maybe some of you are getting dental work. So it also looks like there is a golden pearl. Also, maybe it's a golden egg. Maybe you're about to hatch something pretty amazing. You're also sitting on a sunflower. You're sitting on an opportunity that is golden, that is bright. The sunflowers look towards the sun. I also feel like they're really special flowers, not only because they grow so big, even though there's different sunflowers, it's that the sunflower seeds have nutrition. You know, it's not just about pollinating the bees and the butterflies. They also kind of help out the birds and people. So it's like something extra special. Maybe you connect to sunflowers. Also, there's golden pearls and a black pearl. Isn't that the movie with the pirates? I can't think of the name of the movie. If you know what I'm talking about. Is it Pirates of the Caribbean? Is there something about a black pearl? Maybe it's about a pearl. Pearls are really special, especially when they are like found naturally. They're very valuable. It always makes me think of wisdom though. So maybe this is the wisdom of the heart. It does look like there is a golden conversation or a golden opportunity to communicate with someone with this energy of truth, value, because the swan is holding that pearl so delicately. Maybe it's knowing when it's a golden opportunity. Maybe that's more like a ball and it's tossing something in someone's court, and then it's tossed back when it's back and forth, not stuck in somebody's court for too long. So let's put that aside. We're seeing if she's gonna get loud. No, she just had one little growl. So I have a new deck of tarot cards. I actually don't really know. I don't even know if I think it's called the light, shade light, light dark. I don't even have the box, but I have no idea what they are like. Looking at them, they remind me a little bit of the Hermit Tarot, which is just kind of words and numbers. So I am expecting some different messages to come through. So let's just dive on in, see what messages need to come through. This could be giving you clarity on your own situation or a confusing situation you don't know about. And if you're a cross watcher, it could be where it's giving you a little clarity on perhaps somebody you're thinking about, but perhaps this is a little clarity on somebody you haven't met yet and you have a little insight on what's to come. ... So let's see. What would be helpful to know about? What is an extra message? An extra message of insight that would be helpful at the pinnacle point or golden opportunity and or conversation that is going to come through or you are preparing for. I just heard speak your truth. What would be helpful? Also, this particular swan's energy is so vibrant. I actually feel like I can feel the energy of that swan like piercing out into the world. It looks like rays of sunshine, but it doesn't look like it's just one color. It's almost like a kaleidoscope of very direct energy going out. Somebody's going to feel your energy. Like I hear direct connection or immediate connection. Tell us about the lover, because right now it's not lovers, it is just the lover, singular. So what is something to know about with this pearl? of conversation or wisdom. I think it's the same number. That's 17, and that's 17. You got the star. Even if I stop the reading here, you just have to have this energy of faith. Faith. Trust this process, trust this journey. The star comes after the tower. The tower sucks ass. The tower is rough. The tower is where something happens all of a sudden or something really goes away. If there was a big old shut door that happened in your life, don't stand there knocking on the door. Don't be over focused on what's going on behind the door if it's shut and locked. Turn your head and look a different way towards the doors of opportunity that are open. Or where you knock on the door and it's opened with open arms, with a bright light on, an embracing welcome. That's where your focus should be right now. If something's going on behind a closed door and it's not opening up, it's meant to happen outside of your control. So to overly focus where you can't control change or where you can't control someone else or where you can't control what's happening, take your energy away from that. That is the quickest way to help manifest these dreams that want to come in. Even if there's something that's going to happen and it's exactly what you imagined, but better because God's involved. Have that beautiful, it has to be vibrant and has to have that truth in your emotion, you know, how you like, oh, how amazing would that experience be, and vividly picture it. But then forget about it. That's kind of the secret, and it's like a big old conundrum. You have to like put all that energy in, have that grace, have that allowance, know it's going to happen, and then forget about it and pretend you never had that thought at all. And that's when things work themselves out. And you put that energy back into what you can control, which is you. That's where the changes need to start. Maybe that was your signal. It was a little dingaroo. So the star is where you're healing. It's where you feel better. It's where you start to get that twinkle and synchronicity in your life and that divine guidance that, oh, maybe I am being guided in the right direction. Or maybe something was prevented from happening for God's protection. Or to shut that door where you weren't supposed to be to get you where you are. The star is really shining. That's what I saw with the energy there. And when you are vibing in the right vibe and somebody else is vibing with you, it's going to be like magnetism coming together. I just saw like a nova, like bigger than fireworks. You brought faith back into my life. So this could be who you are meeting, who's coming around the corner, who's, you know, being prepared off screen right now while you are preparing yourself to come together. It could be the person that you have deep love for, but maybe haven't seen in a while. This could be somebody you're with right now, but a little confused about, because it still had to mean there was maybe a little fight or a little, you know, hiccup or something, a hurdle that happened. Because those things that you go through, especially if you do keep coming back together, are what bring you strength together. To just never have any hiccups is a little too vanilla. So, you know, you want your romance novel to be a little exciting. You brought faith into my life. That you did. Whether this is somebody from your past, somebody small that you meet, you have 3 dates with, or somebody, I just heard banana is important. That was such a strange little, I get the weirdest messages sometimes. Maybe this person drives you bananas. Or maybe it's also a lot of chemistry. Whoever it is, it's your kind heart. It's your amazing soul. Just who you are. That brings faith back into someone's life. Maybe somebody really was stuck in that tower for a while. They were a little overwhelmed and consumed with the rubble, with the mess, how to rebuild, how to start over. It's never too late to start over. And if you get the chance to start over, what would you do different? It's like you get a whole other chance. You could do anything. I feel like I'm at the end of the never-ending story. I'm also aging myself. That's where my mind goes, where she has that like grain of sand. And she's like, and it's just darkness. There's nothing around. The Empress lost her kingdom. It's just like, you know, the two of them together in the darkness. And she's like, this is all that's left of, what did they call it? I don't even know what they called the land. I'm forgetting. And he's like, that's all that's left. She's like, yeah, but it just takes you making one wish. Every time you make a wish, you know, more and more will start to build. And he's like, so I get as many wishes as I want? You know, so of course the first thing he thought of was flying on Falcor, which I probably would have done too. So you're about to ride your luck dragon. Hey, maybe you have the year of a dragon. Maybe you're about to have some wishes come true. Maybe each wish that you put your energy into opens up more doors for more wishes to come true. I didn't even read this card. I'm getting so excited on this reading. Maybe you have an Aquarius energy. You brought faith back into my life, and now I'm trusting the higher power. You reminded somebody that they have a direct connection to God. They're not alone. They have faith in whatever it is that they believe in. Despite my past, I allow myself to feel loved and protected. That's a lot of healing. For some of you, that's the healing you've had. For some of you, you are able to be more empathetic on what somebody else's story or past is, because you've had your own hurt. Maybe not the cookie cutter situation that someone else has, but you know, I feel like a lot of you have gone through that dark night of the soul, and that's really a rough place to be. It's really rough. But it's that energy where it's like that's that rubber band thing. When you are like, what I see, like a supernova, when you're swallowed in the black hole and you really don't know what to do. It's like you have all that tension, you're way down. But then when you have this, when you pray, when you tap into your higher self, when you have that faith, that epiphany, you see the light, you know it's there, and you let go, you catapult. Your soul's growth is so much faster and quicker because of that dichotomy of being where it was weird, falling down the pothole. So, wow, I don't even know what else these cards are, but I like them so far. We also have some synchronicity. 1717. What else? What is another message? Please and thank you. What is, I feel like I should ask a specific question. What has brought this strength to you, or this strength within someone else? What is the root of this growth? The root is that somebody was down in that hole. The root is somebody had to change their mindset. The root was somebody felt lost. You have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is that energy of depression, anxiety, nervousness, overwhelmed, overanalyzing, stressed out to the point where it starts to affect your body. It affects your sleep, sleepless nights, nightmares, waking up all the time, not knowing what to do. Once somebody changes their mindset from the problem to, all right, there's got to be a solution. Maybe there's another way. Or maybe if this is so dark, what feels light to me? Or what is one step I can take in a different direction that would ease that pressure? Sometimes that Nine of Swords is where somebody's ignoring something. Ignore it and it's not there. And it's still in undertone in a situation. It's still an underlying energy. It's still in the subconscious. So if this is something that needs to be addressed, face that shadow so it can go away already. You know, look at the monster under the bed instead of letting it be under there and growl at you and give you all nightmares. Get down and look at the monster. Be like, dude, you're growling. You're keeping me up at night. What's up? You know, it's just having that change in looking at something that was maybe fearful or overwhelming that starts to relieve that pressure. It's almost an ending here. It's a 9. I mean, somebody doesn't want to feel that way anymore, or somebody has now healed from something that they went through. Once I start to focus on our problems, it's hard to stop. And then I get paranoid that it will get even worse, and they fall into anxiety. So this is somebody who either was dealing with anxiety, or that's you that had anxiety over a situation. But this is somebody who makes up scenarios that don't actually exist. They're problems that haven't actually occurred. The way to resolve this is wait until it's an actual situation and then handle it when it comes in, when you're on that page, when you're with that person, and when you're on your own. To make up things that don't exist is the opposite of whatever I said before, where you want the most amazing magical experience to happen. It's like you're thinking about the shitty experience you actually don't want to happen so much. It's that you have to pay attention to your thoughts. Your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are vibrations. Just look at the emoto. You know, that's such a simple but not experiment. If you haven't ever seen the flash froze water molecules that are put in a jar on a word, look at that. I feel like at this point most people know what that is. You know, you have this molecule of water, and when it was on water that said like hate, anxiety, you know, anger, whatever, the water molecules are morphed and nasty looking. They don't look like, you know, beautiful snowflakes that are more like I don't know. I see something like beautiful snowflakes. I don't know why I just thought of the Fibonacci sequence. That was really weird to come through. I just went scientific on you. But it's like they look like they're morphed. And then you have the water molecules that are on love, Mother Teresa, happiness. And they're just beautiful. We're made of water. I mean, if you just want to go there, there's so much water in us. If our thoughts are on those morphy energies, it's going to also morph our vibes. So, it's a little moth here. So, it's also being easy on yourself. Everybody has weird thoughts all of the time. Everyone has things that stress them out. Everyone has people that can stress them out. But if you have that thought, don't punish yourself for thinking weird. This moth doesn't want to leave me alone. Just have awareness. Self-awareness is how everything changes. Self-awareness, ooh, weird thought. Yeah, I don't like that one. How can I just neutralize that weird thought and think about something else? And you've already changed your vibration. You know, it's that forgiveness. Ooh, I don't like how that made me feel. Or why am I overwhelmingly thinking about this thing over and over? You know, even if it is stemming from an actual situation. Switch it around somehow. And if you can't get out of a weird situation in your mind, think about something totally different. What can you do tomorrow that would be fun? What about that conversation you had with your friend that you left your ass or your balls off with? Think about that. That's your first step to neutralize this and to heal. But I feel like that is healed. For some of you, that might slip on back. I feel like your consciousness, your mindset is changing. You can rewire your brain to think differently. So let's get a little deeper. Let's clarify the 9 of Swords, please. Why is the 9 of Swords coming through? The 4 of Swords, it's like the opposite of the 9 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups, of course. So you got the Lover, Circling right back around to the Two of Cups, which I see. I mean, it can be platonic. It can be a beautiful, loving friendship. But I look at the Two of Cups as romance, as two people who it doesn't even feel like it's a choice. They just want to be together. They just choose each other, but it's still kind of new. And if this is a relationship that's been in your life forever, you choose or you embody that energy to always keep it young. You know, instead of going through the daily grind, what did you do when you first started dating and courting that got those butterflies flying? If those butterflies aren't moving anymore, switch it up. Keep things interesting. Keep yourselves guessing. Because we are so deep as people. You know, there's so much under the surface as we go through life. There's always the cherry on top that you can find. The Four of Swords is beautiful. This is somebody that came out of that hole and all of a sudden they found peace. That's what this is. It brought faith back into my life. I see the Four of Swords also as the way out of that hole or that stress is meditation. Sometimes people can't sit still, especially if it's one who tends to get anxiety. So I would suggest maybe if that is you, active meditation is probably your style. Make a bracelet, you know, do an adult coloring book, take your dog on a walk, do some exercise, you know, put on some music and fold the clothes. Whatever you can do where you're a little bit active, but you can kind of let your mind just flow is probably more your style of meditation. Not everyone can really sit in the silence. I am one that is a little bit antsy, so I need to do something when I meditate. Even if it's just drawing, you know, or it's like doing some sketching or something like that. I find that, I don't know if it's even considered meditation, but I find the best thing I do that just, besides music of course, but dance. Just put on a song and dance your ass off because you're not anywhere but exactly in that moment. And it's like kind of like where time goes away, but you're also in tune with your body, with the rhythm, with the emotion that the song is portraying, whatever it is. But that's just my personal way. Maybe that'll work for you. Honestly, even just watching people dance gets me happy. And I don't know why I love dance movies so much. Like, I like cry in dance movies. It's like really weird. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't know why. But the Four of Swords is where you feel peace now in your bed. Here, you know, you're up in anxiety. Here, your bed is a freaking cloud. You have gratitude for that space by yourself, for that space where you can go into introspection, where you've worked something out and hung it neatly on the wall instead of it being the monster under the bed. This is where you are at peace in your environment. This is at peace and feeling comfortable with who you're with. Because personally, for me, this upside down energy is a little weird. The upside down Four of Swords for me is having the fluffiest bed in the world and being in an environment or in a mindset or a situation or next to a person that you're just uncomfortable with and you feel like you got to go to bed with armor. It's like a little bigger than always walking on eggshells. You know, like you put that big armor on, you're not even comfortable in your bed. So sometimes that has to be addressed. That could be a golden conversation. That could be a tower moment or an ending that already happened, or somebody had to have true recognition on why they weren't uncomfortable in their own home or in their own friend group or at work, whatever it is. It's a environment so that they can feel that peaceful energy. This is somebody recognizing who they feel peaceful around, that is a desire of their heart. I am learning how to practice self-care and rest when I feel overwhelmed. Also very good. If any of you are overwhelmed by anything, go take a walk. If you're overwhelmed at work, go on a bathroom break. Be like, I have to go pee. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And just breathe. Maybe that's a time where you can meditate. Maybe it's only 2 minutes for you. Feel that prana, that life force energy. Take that life force energy into your lungs. Ground yourself. And then switch up your energy so that you handle that chaos a little bit different. It doesn't usually take much. Sometimes people just forget to breathe. It's nice to stop working for a while just to enjoy being. If some of you are stressed out here because you're overwhelmed by work or you're overwhelmed by a project, take a day off. Take the night off. Wake up early and get your work done so you have a little time at the end of the day for you. Whether that's taking a bubble bath or going out with a friend or just walking to a part of town you've never been in before. Walking through the woods and connecting with nature. Sitting on a park bench and watching the dogs in the dog park, whatever it is. Take that space. That's where you're going to get plugged back in. I didn't even look at the Two of Cups. I know we have a deep connection. I can feel it too. It's like you are made especially for me, my perfect match. Whatever is coming in is somebody that is your dream come true. The star in your you movie, and you are the star in their movie. Your co-stars together. So when your co-stars together, write that movie together, as well as have your own individual pages that you're on. Because you don't want to be in every single scene together. That's going to be a kind of boring movie. It's much more interesting if you each have your own chapters, and then you come together to talk about it. Supporting one another, and yet having things you do together. Constant growth. So, what is at the bottom? Let's take a look. The Knight of Wands. That's passion. That could also be somebody who maybe was a little spontaneous, excited, enthusiastic, but maybe a little in and out. Sometimes that's someone who has like a follow through, depending on if this is upright or upside down. It's usually a fiery energy. The fact that you are so mysterious. That's what I was saying, and keeping each other guessing. So mysterious is very thrilling. It turns on my passion because I don't know what to expect. You're a big old mystery to someone. So you know what? You're going to always be able to have these romantic, passionate, fiery, chemistry, magnetizing experiences where you can, even if life gets a little vanilla, know how to switch it up a little bit. Be there to really turn the other person on because you're into them. You're really into them. It's not a chore. It's something that you want to do. And that's how this person is going to feel with you, especially with all this. This is a love. This is where whatever I saw, those fluffy clouds, it doesn't matter where you are. Bedroom, car, woods, whatever you're thinking here. This is where you are into this person so much. It's like you're like a teenager every time. You know, like it's like your first romance every time. How does it only get better? Looks like you're going to meet somebody where it's just going to get better. But that happened. Rose was really loud when that car's muffler farted going by. So I don't even know. I'm going to see if I can maybe even clip that little bit of her barking out. If you find that you didn't hear Rose barking, I figured it out. If not, I apologize for her being so loud in your device. She was really loud that time. We'll take a look upside down. Upside down, the Knight of Wands is definitely more of a player energy. They get you really excited and make you feel all that passion, and then they don't show up again. You know, they show up a little. They're all there when they're there, but then they don't have follow through. But I don't think that's in your future here. I don't think maybe that's something you learned from. Maybe that's something that some of you struggled with anxiety about. Maybe that was you. Maybe when a love that's so deep, Two of Cups, a lover, the star comes in, maybe that was a lot to process or to figure out. You know, especially if you have a love that's just not comparable to anyone else you've ever been with. It doesn't mean you haven't had loving experiences. But when you're with a new person, your dynamic with a new person is special and unique and new. It's individual. And it's like the composite charts. You know, when you put them together, it forms something brand new that is the dynamic of that relationship. So I do feel like this coming in, or what you're thinking about, or what you know, is just a different dynamic than anybody else you've ever been with. Therefore, it does feel new. And that could have scared some people. So I do feel like if some of you had somebody that kind of acted a little in and out, up and down, all over the place, even though you felt that fire, that was the truth. The fire was the truth, the spiritual energy, the chemistry that never went away, but maybe the person did. You were in Nine of Swords, they were in Nine of Swords. This is not for all of you. This is just the group that will be reconnecting with somebody that you know about that is special, but confuse the you know what out of you. Then it took some time for this person to lose you, to get back into their faith, self-love, self-care, and take care of themselves. Recognize that they deserve the love you wanted to give them. They just may have not been ready to even know what it was. It was like that. There was like a deck of cards I had one time, and it said it's like you hand somebody the most precious pearl in the world, and they're looking at it and they don't even know what it is. They don't know how to process something that they've never seen before. You know, what do I do with this? So maybe somebody fumbled the ball. Maybe, you know, that's not your court anymore, and you have moved on, or you were about to be presented to somebody so amazing that is not going to fumble you, not going to let you slip through their fingers. But maybe you gained, or you've given somebody else a gift to learn a lesson, that maybe there is somebody in their life at the right time that is their own precious pearl, and they're not going to fumble the ball this time with that person. You gave somebody a gift. You should be proud of yourself, even if it, you know, kind of sucked in the process of the breakup or whatever it is. You won't be looking back when you recognize this golden, beautiful pearl handed to you by God. You're going to be all in. So let's get you an angel number. I love how I never know what's going to come through. It's such a blessing to get to do this. I hope these readings are helpful for you guys. And also, like, I haven't said this in a reading in a long time. I actually used to put it in my intro years ago. But if you have a deck of cards, I would encourage you to just pull them out. Like, play with them when you're watching this reading or any reading, and see if, you know, just kind of playing around with the cards, because I find that that's what happens, that brings that, or makes something feel like it's resonating specifically for me. Like, I'll just be playing with cards and, you know, say I'm watching a reading, and it will be a person that says the word exactly at the time that I pull that card, like exactly matchy, even if the message is the same. I said her. Maybe it's a person that you watch that is a her. But I kind of watch like random people here and there, whoever kind of pops up. I have like one or two that I watch, but I try to kind of bounce around every once in a while. Maybe it's someone that's going to pop up kind of like out of nowhere. Maybe I just popped up out of nowhere. Hi, welcome. So, but I feel like what I'm trying to say is pull that energy back into you, because the answer is not really out there. It has more to do about what you are thinking about and where those signs lead you while you're listening to someone else. That's just kind of a catalyst energy. So what were you thinking about when you pulled something that matched in synchronistic energy. I hope that made sense. Let's get you an angel number. So feel free to pull cards with me. And it's also a good way to get to know cards if you're interested in that. 2244. Acceptance. That's powerful. Do I have my glasses? I do. So, whatever I said before, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. It is what it is. Turns out how it turns out. To worry about it doesn't change the outcome. Surrender, let go, peace, clarity, adaptability, and moving forward. Embrace what you cannot change. That's whatever was behind. My glasses are so dirty. Whatever is going on behind that closed door. It is what it is. So, embrace what you can't change. Let go of past grievances. Where is your Nine of Swords? Focus on what you can control. Moving forward to realign yourself with your goals and purpose. Right now, that's your message. What are your goals? If your only goal is to be with someone else, you're missing out on a huge, beautiful, multifaceted, interdimensional, tapping into the ether and down part of who you are as a soul, because you are so special. You are not just about being with someone else. So, one step, filling up that cup for you. What aspects of your life are you struggling to accept? How can you focus on what you can control, and that will move you forward? Identify one situation you've been resisting or dwelling on. Not looking at that monster under the bed or overanalyzing. What are you dwelling on? And choose one small step to take acceptance and positive change. If it's something that is in your control, if it has to do with you having a conversation, if it has to do with you, I just get like clear communication, or going in a certain direction, or calling somebody up, or signing up for something, submitting for something, whether that's a class or maybe like a grant or something like that. I'm even seeing a resume for some of you, a resume or something. I actually just went a little business or a little different because it's a lot of love here. I just saw some of you actually getting a grant or somebody gifting you something. Maybe that has to do with your talent. Maybe that will change your life. That could be school. I kind of see travel for some of you. It's kind of whatever it is that you feel comfortable striving towards, kind of outside your comfort zone at the same time. This whole reading's a conundrum. So let's get one more. We're gonna go to the book now and see if this sums everything up. 17. I should just keep my dirty glasses on, man. The Star. Where is it? Where is it? Roman numerals. The Lover. The Lover is the heart, the beloved, the devoted. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. I don't know why I just thought of Black Velvet by ALANNAH MYLES, because it has that boom, 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 boom. Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers. Also, that song's about Elvis, by the way. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, revealing its beauty in song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey. I just thought of Slow Like Honey by Fiona Apple. Slow Like Honey and Heavy with Move. Her lyrics, man. Kiss a Lover, or speak gentle words to a child. The lover lingers. I just thought of Linger by the Cranberry. I guess you guys got a little playlist today. Ooh, I feel like this got sassy. The lover lingers in. Well, you got, yeah, that would be right. You got your Knight of Wands over here. So they linger in foreplay, aroused by the not getting there. This is somebody who wants to savor it. They're not wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, or sir. This is somebody who wants as much leading up to the big moment and then maybe not getting there. And then maybe, I just thought of Miguel. What is that song he has where he's like a speeded up, slow motion. He says something about like speeding up and then slowing down. Okay, we're getting sassy at the end. I should have expected this. Wow, this is a sassy card you got. The lovers lingers in foreplay, aroused by the not getting there. It's what did your other thing say? You're so mysterious and thrilling. It turns on my passion because I don't know what to expect. That just feels exciting. But by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. It has to be that way because that's the way the books tell you. That's the way your mom or your dad or your friend or your sister or your brother said the way relationships are supposed to be. No, your experience is your own unique experience. You can't compare it with anyone else. So when you're in your own beautiful, unique, sassy, not even get to the climax experience, be in it. And if you don't feel like you are somewhere and you're in that upside down situation in it or being it, whether you're the knight or someone else is, and someone's kind of not there, then I don't think that's where you're going. I kind of feel like you will feel that way before, because there's something here that says to take it slow. It's the unfolding. I don't feel like somebody's going to come in, try to sweep you off your feet, take you by surprise, and pull the rug out. It doesn't feel like whatever energy is coming through here is that, because this feels like a gift. But I do think that some of you have been through that to know how much of a gift this actually is. Be fully present and awake with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, revealing the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. And if this is not coming in, you're like, where is this amazing love night of my life and then some? This is you savoring life. This is you in the energy of thriving. What do you love to do? Being in that energy is gonna make you what? Vibrate something into your life. The lover archetype is presented everywhere, not just where conventional forms of pleasure and beauty are found. The lover's awe is unconditional. Smelling the roses, hearing the birds singing in the morning, that first cup of coffee when you wake up, or that first sip, because I personally, I only like the first like 3 sips and then I'm over it. You know, the misty rain that's in spring or summer that like tingles your skin, the smell of the ocean or the sand between your toes, hearing your children giggle, you know, or rolling around in the bed with your lover, you know, being funny. Driving in the car, having the heat on in the winter and a little bit of the cold air coming through so you get that hot cold thing. Going to bed at night and finding the perfect temperature when you stick one leg out. It's connection, expansion, devotion, awe. When it's dark, it's indulgent, attachment, and obsession. Go deeper. Contemplate Aphrodite, Krishna, and Radha. That is pretty deep. When you hold someone's gaze for several moments, you'll feel the lover within you awaken. Somebody looks at you a little too long, just a hair of a second too long, where you got a glimpse of their soul. You made that little energetic connection. It is common to seek the lover in another. The true gift, I think this is definitely our final message. The true gift is finding the lover in yourself. Thank you for being here. I hope this reading was helpful. I look forward to seeing you mañana. And I love you so very much. Thank you for blessing my life. Thank you for being with me here today. And I wish you so many abundant, beautiful blessings. Love, joy, peace, harmony, abundance, prosperity, and happiness. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.